Boy, I'll tell you what, I don't know how you duplicate what this man's done in the last year, but I know he'll give it a try. He's done so many things during his remarkable basketball career. But to be elected to join the class of 2013 Basketball Hall of Fame, and then in less than 2 months come back and win the national championship at Louisville, that is a tough one to top. Let's hear it for Rick Pitino.
Thank you. Bernard's always been one of my favorite players until he acknowledged Grant Hill. Because when Grant Hill threw that pass to Christian Laettner, I stopped becoming a fan of Grant Hill. You know, when I was the assistant coach under Hubie Brown with the New York Knicks, it was about as exciting because Bernard was on such a great run. And Hubie depended on me so much back then for advice. Almost every time down the court, he would say, "Okay, kid, what should we run?" And I would say, "Go to B." Next time down, he said, "What should we run?" "Go to Bernard." And that's all I did the entire season was say, "Go to Bernard." And it was exciting to be part of it. This group, some of my all-time favorites, I can't tell you how many times I've said in my life to my players, "Gary Payton, you're not," and in teaching defense. Especially to Billy Donovan. I did that quite often. One of my favorite college coaches of all time, Jerry Tarkanian, Coach Lewis. This group here is about as great a group as I could possibly be part of. So I'm very humbled to be part of them, and thank you all very much. I'm ready to go. I just try to time it in my mind, obviously, to, you know, when you coach at a lot of different places, you have a lot of people to thank. And that's the difficulty in condensing your speech.
When the last couple of days, have you caught yourself thinking back to different moments? I mean, to me, I can't fathom what it's like to have this all happening to you right now.
You know, I have. Today, a good friend of mine, a bunch of friends of mine are coming up from Miami, and one of my closest friends passed away today. Earl Roop, who's from Pikeville, and he was going to come up, and it was a shock to all of us. So you think about all your friends here, you think about the athletes, the calls that you get. It's just really, really special. And the group that I'm with, you know, I was with Bernard when he had his great run, and knew Talk really, really well. So I know Gary very well. So it's great being part of this group.
How special is it to you're sitting next to a guy, you're going in with a guy that you coached, and obviously you called a lot of plays for.
Yeah, every play. You know, it was funny because we had a play called power right, power left, and it just meant that 80% of the time, if we went to Bernard, and we were going to score. So our offense was very simple. We went to the right people.
Could you ever imagine when you were together that you'd have a day like this in the future? I mean,
well, you know, he earned his way into the Hall of Fame. My players got me into the Hall of Fame, so it's you know, either way, it's a very special moment.
Coach, it seems like every moment during this whole weekend, you're introduced as a Hall of Famer, but also as the defending national champ. Do you think that this timing is crazy? When you almost got in a year ago, it would have been a little different circumstances?
Yeah, I think that's what makes it such a special thing, because you're on such a high with the championship, and then you're on another high here. So it segues into it like nothing I'll ever forget. It's just an incredible feeling for all this to happen in a very short period of time. We've been back-to-back Final Fours. If we go one more, the way my friends in Louisville celebrate, I will be dead.
Does it make you hungry to get back, though? I mean, some people, it quenches their thirst. For you, it doesn't seem that way at all.
I'm hungry for it every year. You try to do it every year. You coach. You get on runs sometimes, though. just as players get on runs shooting the basketball, teams get on runs. And we've been on a great run. And, you know, another thing for us is we played the last game in Madison Square Garden in the glorious Big East, and we were victorious. For me personally, that means an awful lot.
It's been 5 months since the announcement was made. Do you feel any sense of anticlimax about this, or does it seem new?
No, there's no anticlimax because it's here. You know, I really did, to tell you the truth, I never thought about it until yesterday in terms of what it would be like. And then seeing the class you're with, seeing everybody, all the Hall of Famers walking out before us last night, guys that you've admired for years, great basketball players, great coaches. It was just really exciting to be part of it.
Which is better, winning a title or this?
I don't think there's any such thing as better. Obviously, team awards, much more significant than individual awards. But this is for my family. This is for my athletes and friends.
Where are you going to get the Hall of Fame tattoo?
every time he brings up the tattoo.
I think he's very jealous.
You and Pisco are having quite a bit of byplay. Can you share any of that?
He's a real funny guy and a great guy to be around. We've all enjoyed his sense of humor. He's really a terrific guy.
Did you know him before this?
Knew of him.
Have you gotten a chance to go see your photo in the Ring of Honor and reflect on being part of that gallery?
You know, Gary said we were looking on stage. It's right through the window, and I couldn't see it very well, but he could. So I saw the resemblance.
Have you seen your photo yet? I mean, do you know what the photo is?
No.
No idea?
Well, I did see it through the window.
Right.
I think I saw it through the window. It's a blurred vision of it.
So who chose your photo?
I don't know. Kenny Klein, I guess.
I was looking at the program and all the different people that got ads to congratulate you back all the way back to your high school in Kentucky and of course Louisville and Florida. And I don't know if you've seen those, but just how neat is it to think back to all those different places?
You know, it's. I can't tell you. You know, each step along the way, so many great things are happening. You know, my point guard gets the Philadelphia 76er job. My manager in Kentucky is the Indiana Pacer coach. He had a great year. You know, and certainly Louisville capping off that. You know, be with the Knicks. You know, just so many unbelievable things. As I look back, it gets very nostalgic. It gets very exciting to see so many people that you're with have great years.
I talked to some of Coach Tarkanian's family. He told them that he tried to hire you at one point. Is that,
He did.
Is that right? When you
He
were in
did.
Hawaii?
It was between working at Syracuse with Jim, or going out with Jerry, and working in Las Vegas. And for family reasons, we stayed in the Northeast. But I would have loved to work for Tark. I watched his practices, and they were just phenomenal practices to watch. Actually coached against Jerry, you know, when I was at Hawaii.
Yeah.